Hello and welcome to my video today. Last year I did a video on the Ocean Repair Services or ORS SeaScan tool. It was the basic version that did diagnostics for the Fisker Ocean. In today's video, I have the same hardware, but I have a software update that is now the Pro version that adds additional features, including the ability to retrain or relearn the Doggy windows, as well as the electric parking brake release. And if you have the ICC boot loop problem, it can fix it. There's also going to be additional features that are coming soon. So let's get started. Here I'm at the driver's seat, and up here is the OBD2 port. Now I'm going to take the ends of the cable, face the narrow end towards the seat, and then insert that into the port. It should snap into place. Here's the box. And at the other end of the cable is a USB-A for the laptop. And here's the laptop on the taco tray. I'm going to insert the USB-A cable into the port. On my laptop here, I have the SeaScan Pro app. This is version 1.2. I got the download from ORS and I put it on this laptop. And how they do that is that when you purchase the SeaScan, the software is linked to one PC or one laptop. And when you download the app and install it, it will only work on this one computer. There are no VIN restrictions with the software. So if you have multiple cars or have a friend that has a car, you could use it and it will work on any Fisker Ocean. So let's start the app. I double clicked on it and here is the program. I'm gonna make it so that it is full screen here. We'll go to the far left-hand side. There's a file button and I'm gonna click on info and let's read what it says. Ahoy, ocean owner. Thanks for grabbing ORS SeaScan. Just to be clear, SeaScan won't fix or upgrade your ocean, but it will give you some cool insights into its inner workings. Think of it as a friendly chat with your car using the standard UDS protocol. No poking or prodding involved. We're always on the hunt for more data to bring to the surface. For the data heads, you'll notice that the HV battery current and voltage plots are super smooth. That's because the HV battery loves sharing that info over OBD2. Speed, SOC, and temps are a bit more coy. SeaScan has to ask specific modules for those, so the update rate is a tad slower. Happy exploring your ocean. So I'll close that. Go back into file again, go into data. And this lists all the things that we see on the screen. And I am going to move that over right here. And it basically gives you instructions to what these buttons do. There's a read VIN button, which retrieves the VIN from the vehicle. A clear DTC button, which clears the DTCs from specific modules. There's a request software version, gets the software version from specific modules. Check neg ISO, displays the negative isolation value in kiloohms. Value should always be above 2 megaohms. Check positive ISO, displays the positive isolation value in kiloohms. Value should always be above 2 megaohms. LV displays the 12-volt battery actual voltage. HV temp displays the high voltage coolant temperature. MF temp displays the front motor coolant temperature. MR temp displays the rear motor coolant temperature. WPH displays the HVAC pump duty cycle percentage. WPB displays the battery pump duty cycle percentage. WPF displays the front motor pump duty cycle percentage, and WPR displays the rear motor pump duty cycle percentage. Start logging starts pinging modules to get information and saves it to a file, and then stop logging stops the data acquisition. I'm going to close that, go back in here, and then let's look at the modules. This gives the definitions for all of the module acronyms that we see. I'm not going to list all of them right here, but as you can see, there are quite a few. Lastly, I'm going to go into boot loop recovery. And this says, please read, this feature is intended only for recovering the center display boot loop. If your center display is in a constant boot loop state, follow the instructions below. When you purchase the full Pro version or even the upgrade version, you'll get a USB flash drive that's used for this process. I don't happen to have it right here, but you would follow these instructions. There's a USB splitter, and the power side goes to the center console USB power port. Then you connect the flash drive to the other end, and then the USB data side would connect to the cable that's on the passenger side for left-hand drive vehicles in that area. Then you press the recovery button. The cluster and center display will go black for about 20 minutes. Then reboot to a working state. The ICC that's included with that flash drive is ICC 49, which came with the 2.2 update. If you have any of the newer updates, such as 2.5 and 2.6, you're going to need to contact OV Loop and let them know that you need to re-download the ICC update so that you can get back to those current versions. And that's currently how this works right now. If you do have the boot loop problem, it will reset the ICC back to that version 49 that's associated with the OS version 2.2. So I'm not going to do that right now since my ICC is working fine. So I'm going to cancel out of that. Let's connect read VIN. Then over here you have the clear DTCs. That's an example of clearing them right now. All right, so it's finished clearing the DTCs. Then the button here, request software versions, we can do that. And as you can see, it's scrolling through with all of the ECU version numbers. Let's go and check the negative ISO. We're at 2658. Going to check the positive ISO, 2668. Let's do start logging. And then we're going to see all of these values fill in for the different items. For example, we have the low voltage battery, the 12-volt battery showing 13.13. The high voltage battery pack is 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Front motor, 78 degrees Fahrenheit. Rear motor, 77 degrees Fahrenheit. And the WP for the front and rear are both at 40. Then down along here, you have speedometer, which is going to be 0 since I'm parked. We have the high voltage battery output in amps. We have the high voltage battery in volts, 405 volts showing right here. And the high voltage state of charge, which is 75.3. Let's now go into File, go into the Functions and Calibrations, and we'll see a window pop up for Doggy window calibration. I'm not going to actually go through any of these right now since my car is working fine, but I assume these are working. So if you press the Doggy window calibration, that will adjust both the rear, left, and right Doggy windows so that they work with California mode. The other item on here is release the EPB, or electric parking brake. That may be needed in certain circumstances. It's required for rear brake, caliper, and parking brake component removal. All right, so I am now done with this. I am going to close that out. And when you're finished, you can press stop logging. And then press disconnect. At this point, you can disconnect the USB cable and the connector that's in the OBD2 port. In future versions of the Pro app, you're going to see additional functions that are going to be in this window that will allow you to do more things with the car, more resets, and other handy things like that. So I'm going to look forward to seeing those updates, and I'll do future videos on the additional features as they come online. I think this is a good hardware software solution for people that are not part of the FOA, especially those that live in Europe and other areas that may be hard to reach as far as getting a tech to their area. This will allow the owner to get some information from the vehicle. And if you do have a service tech that you can contact, you can give them the information that the Diagnostics provide, and they can probably help you further with any issues that you have. So that's about it for this overview of the ORS SeaScan Pro. This is the version 1.2. If you're interested in purchasing the full package, I have the link in the video description. And if you already have the SeaScan Basic hardware and software, you can get the new software update, and that is listed also in their website, and you can purchase that. And in addition, that will come with the USB flash drive and power cable that will allow you to do the ICC boot loop fix if you have that issue with your vehicle. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.